Hi guys, this is my first impressions video on the 2021 KTM SMC R. Thought I'd do this motorcyclist magazine style and film my commute to work. I just set up the helmet cam. I have not done a moto vlog before, so this will be my first. Bear with me. Had the bike now for 2 weeks tomorrow, and unfortunately it's been raining here in Vancouver the last 2 weeks most of the time. The entire month of May was spectacular, and the month of June's been pretty wet, so I haven't had a ton of seat time, but I have had 140 kilometers officially right now, so I'll tell you what I think. I guess a little bit about my experience. I've been riding for 12 years. This will be my 12th season. I've had 6 different bikes. A old Suzuki GS850. I had a Ninja ZX14. I was that guy that bought the 14 as his second bike 2 years in, and I crashed that. So I went to a Honda CB1100, the retro standard bike. Great bike. Lots of fun. I had that for 4 years, and then I got a BMW K1600 GT because the wife wanted something a bit more comfortable to sit on the back of. And at that point I decided that I think I needed 2 bikes, and she's okay with that, so I got a WR250R just as a fun around town dual sport bike that I could ride in the dirt. And I really never took to that bike. It's a great little bike, don't get me wrong. If you have one and you like that, that's great. I'm a bigger guy. I'm about 6'2", 210. And I just found the power lacking on that, so I never quite took to it. So I never rode it much. I had that bike for 6 years, and I put just under 4,000 kilometers on it. Was thinking about another dual sport, and realized, if I'm being honest, that my time in the dirt's pretty limited. And I was thinking about just getting a little sport bike, 600 or 750. That just nothing really spoke to me. And then I saw this at the dealership when I was looking at some of the new 2021 KTMs, and fell in love with the look of it. Read a bunch of reviews and thought this might be the perfect bike for me. I can bomb to work on it in the morning, head up the mountains. I live right at the base of three separate mountains here in Vancouver. I'm on Vancouver's North Shore, so the mountains are all right there. Nice twisty road to work here. I actually usually take the highway, but I think this will be more fun. And yeah, this bike's a hoot. I mean, I haven't had a ton of time on it, like I say, but from what little time I have had on it, it's a blast. I'm riding it right now in ride mode 1. I'm gonna switch that over to ride mode 2 here, if it'll go. I gotta say, I don't notice much of a difference. I had read somewhere that mode 2 is predominantly for easier traction control settings, let you wheelie a bit more. I haven't found that to be the case. I'm not going to do any wheelies because I don't want to embarrass myself on YouTube, but yeah, I've found that in either mode it brings the wheel down pretty quickly. So still haven't figured out how to turn the traction control off. Apparently you need to hold the TC button for 5 seconds. To be honest, I just really haven't tried. I tried once stopping quickly because I wanted to do a few wheelies, and I ran out of patience and had to get home, so I didn't bother. So I think I'm going to give the wheelies a break, just because I was doing it in mode 2 with the traction control going. I think I'm throwing off my timing on the wheelies, so I just need to take a break and unlearn the timing that I was learning with traction control on, and then hit them again when I figure out how to turn the TC off. But yeah, this is a nice little route. It's not fast. It's kind of 50 kilometers for the majority of it, and 30 like this stretch here in between. But it's a bit more fun than the highway, better scenery as well. Like I said, not normally the route I would take to work, but I think it's good for this purpose. Couple curves. I'm not going to get to lean the bike over too much here, given the speed, but pretty popular cyclist road for good reasons. Nice spot, beautiful views. I do not have one of these views from my house, but I wish I did. So I am getting some parts in. I've got my LED turn signals and tail tidy from TST Industries. I actually got those last week, and I wanted to install all the LED lights at one time and make a video of that. But unfortunately the LED headlight from Supermoto in the Netherlands is stuck at Canada Customs, so great view of the city. That's where we're going. So that's been delayed, so I've delayed the video for that. I also got my parts in from Rottweiler Performance. I got their SAS canister removal kit. I got a power commander from them. What else? The fuel dongle that they sell, and the Vinasci Motorsports case saver. I think that's all I've got so far. And then and lastly, I got the wings exhaust from Gorzad in Slovenia. That actually came really fast. I was surprised. He emailed me and said there was going to be a delay on getting the pipe, which I assumed would be 3 weeks or a month. I thought that was fine. I might wait until the first service is done just to make sure it gets into KTM's service log and my warranty is all fine. And I'm gonna do all the servicing past that on my own, so I'll put the pipe on probably after that. I'll make a video of that. And yeah, hopefully those will be coming up soon. I'll do the LED lights obviously before the warranty. It shouldn't have an issue on the warranty. They might try to pull something about electrical systems, but I don't know, I'm not that worried. So this is a nice route, pretty windy. Like I said, you can't go too fast. There's houses on either side. But now we're going to get into a bit of, I guess call it city riding. It's suburb city riding. And then into downtown. But yeah, like I said, I love the bike. The engine's great. I was trying to do the proper break-in, and I still am to a degree, you know, banging through the gears and trying to go easy on it, but we're probably not supposed to be doing wheelies in the break-in period, but how can you not? That's what this bike is designed for, and I'm sure they know that's what everybody's doing anyway. The Quickshifter on this bike, it works. It's a little clunky, and that just might be because you know, my other bike's a K1600 GT. It's a 2017 model, which is, I think for 2017 they fixed the Quickshifter issues from the previous models, and that one works really well. It's really slick. So jumping from that to this one feels a bit clunky. There's nothing wrong with it. I did have some issues when I first got it, you know, the first 20 kilometers, which was shifting from 6th down to 5th. So it's an up and down quick shifter. I found that I was hitting a false neutral, you know, more than half the time. So I posted on Thumper Talk about that, and everybody said it's partly braking and partly the shift lever, and then, you know, I think I was babying it a bit, so somebody mentioned, you know, just give it a good kick and follow through and it'll be fine. And once I've done that, I haven't had a problem again. I haven't hit a false neutral. Yeah, so it works good. It just doesn't feel super refined, I guess they would say. But yeah, it's nice to have anyway, so no complaints that it's there. You can always use the clutch if you don't like it. I mean, I definitely like it. I'm getting used to it, and I'm using it off and not from first to second, but that's kind of typical for a quick shifter. Yeah, once you get out of second, I mean, I think when I'm getting on it a bit harder after I'm not so worried about the break-in, all these quick shifters tend to work better, I find, when you're full throttle on the gas, up, and engine braking hard down. They seem to really smooth out. I mean, the K1600 is fine in almost any situation, as long as you're giving it some gas. It's just buttery smooth. Yeah, like that. Suspension feels pretty good. Like I said, I'm a bigger guy, so I still need to play with it. I haven't adjusted it much, but I find that it's pretty good. I'm probably gonna, you know, stiffen up a bit, put it into the sport setting, and see how I like that going up the mountain roads. But other than that, I'm just really happy with the bike. For a street bike, it is super light, super fun to flip around, easier to move around in my parking spot, other than compared to the K1600 GT. Of course, that's like a 700-pound bike, and this is I think this is about 300 pounds. Hopefully get it under that weight when I get the wings exhaust put on it. I'm not going to put a header on it at this point, and I'm not going to put an air intake on either until I get to broken in the engine, and probably broken in the pipe, and just see how that goes before I get to doing the intake. I'll probably do the Rottweiler intake. Those guys are great with offering custom maps and maps for life when you get a power commander through them. So that'll be good. Right now I've got no map on it. I'm just gonna get the map from DynoJet. They have one mapped out for the wings exhaust with no airbox, and they've got one with the airbox. So I might stick with those at first, but more than likely when I get the Rottweiler intake, I'll get them to shoot me over a map. And yeah, other than that, I've got a graphics kit coming from Sweden, from Moto Pro Works. Those guys seem pretty good. I picked one of their pre-designed maps, and they let me make a couple changes to it. We'll see how it looks. I'm sort of have a bit of buyer's remorse because I think I like one of their other graphics kits better now. I bought it late one night for fun, and I'll try it out. I'll see how it goes. Can always rip it off and put a new one on. So speed picks up a bit here. This is our mini Golden Gate Bridge in Vancouver, Lionsgate Bridge, and speed limit's 60, but everybody does about 90. I'm still figuring out audio on the GoPro and setting up for moto vlogging. If people are interested in these moto vlogs, let me know. You can do a mountain ride, maybe not something quite as long as this one. But yeah, like I said, I love the bike. Fit and finish is nice. I mean, it's plastics. They're good plastics. They came with a couple scuffs. I wasn't too worried about it. It's not a this is not a bike you're meant to baby, so no point in getting fussed about that. I'm gonna put some scuffs in it anyway. But yeah, just a fun bike. The motor feels amazing. The seating position is comfortable. I thought I might get a new set of handlebars, but I actually like these handlebars. I'll probably switch the grips. They're pretty hard. Take a little bit of the vibration out, although to be honest, the vibration is not bad at all on this bike, even on the highway. Going through here, this street's a bit choppy, and I'm doing, 85, 90 through here, and the vibrations aren't bad at all. I guess I should say, if you haven't figured it out, I'm in Canada, so when I'm throwing out speed numbers, I'm talking about kilometers and not miles. I can't do the conversion in my head, and honestly don't really have much of a concept as to how fast 90 miles per hour is. I know it's faster than 90 kilometers, maybe 150 or something. Anyway, point is, I don't find the vibes that bad. Like I said, map 1 and map 2, I can't really tell the difference. I'll probably just leave it into map 2 because I feel like I'm getting more power that way. It'll certainly help when the power commander's on here and gotten rid of this big pipe. I think you save 4 or 5 pounds on it. So it's into the city congestion. The clutch pull on this is decent. It's not, I wouldn't call it light, but it is decent. I don't have any real complaints about it. Jesus. Guy was going the wrong way down the road. Glad I didn't pop out. And so this lane alternates direction of traffic, and lots of people that aren't used to it end up going down the wrong way. Vancouver's full of one-way streets, so I guess we haven't had many tourists last year, but it can be a bit of a nightmare downtown with the tourists, maybe from parts of the world we're not used to one-way streets everywhere and these alternating lanes. But yeah, again, super comfortable. I mean, you don't even have to put your foot down at a stop sign. So light and well balanced, and yeah, plenty of power for what I wanted to do. You know, I was thinking about a race bike, but you know, I wasn't going to be riding an S1000 RR 300 kilometers an hour, and not really my riding style anymore, so this is perfect for me. I think it tops out at 150 kilometers maybe. That's plenty, like I said, for me. Just the torque off the bottom, so much fun. Makes the commute to work a lot more fun than in my car. Still trying to figure out how to find neutral on this. Yeah, that downshifting with the Quickshifter with some engine braking, it's actually really smooth. You sort of have to get used to the timing. It smooths out a lot too when you're on the gas. Maybe take back my comment that it's really clunky. It's probably more me that's clunky at this point than the Quickshifter. But yeah, I hope you like the review. The bike, like I said, it's a hoot to ride. Really glad that I got it. If you're thinking about one and you want a bike to bomb around quickly on, I think you can't go wrong with it. It's a fun little bike.